And now, we invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner.
What's up, everyone? This is Disney Plus Deets, where we break down everything you need to know about your favorite Disney Plus movies and series. I'm Kenneth.
And I'm Marcellus, and not to toot our own horns, but we're pretty much the biggest Disney Plus fans out there.
No, let's do it. Toot toot, beep beep. That's right.
Let's get into it. Ken, I know how much you adore love stories.
Absolutely.
Well, get excited because today we have a tale as old as time, a truly iconic love story, Beauty and the Beast, the movie that taught us all that beauty is only skin deep and that it's possible for a human to eat 5 dozen eggs.
Beauty and the Beast was Walt Disney Animation Studios' 30th film, and this year is the 30th anniversary of the movie. But the classic fairy tale about a prince trapped in the body of a beast really is a tale as old as time, with variations going all the way back to ancient Greek mythology.
According to producer Don Hahn, the history was part of the fun of making this movie. He said each generation and culture adapts this story to be its own, but the themes of the movie, like don't judge a book by its cover, are just as important now as ever.
I know that's right. That's why I'm so glad you like me for who I am as a person, not just for my incredibly good looks.
Whatever you say, Gaston.
Walt Disney always wanted to make an animated Beauty and the Beast project and seriously considered adapting the tale in the 1940s.
After wrapping production on 1989's The Little Mermaid, the animation studio decided to finally make Walt's dream come true. So they headed off to Europe for a brainstorming session.
The team returned with gorgeous sketches inspired by the French countryside and a story that was too serious. There were no jokes, there were no songs. First-time feature directors Gary Truesdale and Kirk Wise were brought on to help shape the next version of the film.
They decided to turn Beauty and the Beast into a musical and brought on Disney legends and Academy Award winners Alan Menken and Howard Ashman. Ashman also was an executive producer on the film.
Screenwriter Linda Wolverton spent a month working with Ashman on the musical script and 6 original songs. Wolverton knew she needed to give the story more energy, more action, and most of all, she needed to show that Belle is a strong and courageous heroine who makes her own choices.
Yes.
For somebody who's been kept against her will, she's handling it pretty well.
She's handling it pretty well. She's getting along with everybody. And I just love how not surprised she was that there are teapots and stuff talking to her.
That's Disney magic. Listen, when the wardrobe starts talking to you, you just talk back.
She was like, okay, I guess this is where we're going. She's like, yes, and. Let's talk about my favorite characters, the enchanted objects. Ashman came up with the idea of making the household objects into characters with unique personalities.
Supervising animator and future Disney legend Glenn Keane said the team had to find a way to make the love story between Belle and Beast believable. Once again, Ashman saved the day. He wrote the love song Something There to go with the first scene where Beast shows his warm human side.
With the story all worked out, now the team just needed a great cast. Stage actress and future Disney legend Paige O'Hara won the part of Belle. She auditioned 5 times. To judge her solely on her voice, the directors listened to her with their eyes closed.
Her voice is beautiful. After all those auditions, finally getting the role must have been pretty exciting. And just 3 days later, O'Hara's boyfriend proposed. Talk about a big week. You okay, Marcellus?
I just love love.
Oh. The hardest role to cast was Beast. One actor needed to have the ability to portray both an 8-foot-tall beast and a lovable 20-year-old prince. Robbie Benson proved he could do it. Keane says Benson's performance really helped us get the emotional edge needed for the character.
Richard White, who voices Gaston, says there's a little Gaston in all of us.
True, I'm feeling myself right now. 4-time Tony Award winner and Disney legend Dame Angela Lansbury played the motherly teapot, Mrs. Potts. She even sings the title song, Beauty and the Beast.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
Lansbury was so nervous when she recorded the song. Her shaking rattled the music stand.
Ken, how come my teapot never sings to me?
Well, have you tried being nicer to it? Like Belle, all the household objects loved her.
Belle is everything. Right from the start, the animators used color to let us know this girl is different. Notice how she's the only one in her village wearing blue.
You see that same attention to detail throughout the movie, which is probably why it took 600 people 3.5 years to animate more than 1 million drawings.
Artistic supervisor Lisa Keene and a team of 14 artists created over 1,300 backgrounds for the movie. Can I just tell you, I love Belle's dress. When she hit that corner, I said, Belle, you better stop.
And Beast has a ponytail.
His ponytail is on point. He got the bow too. He's not playing. He said, I can clean up.
He put some gel in that and put
Right.
that back in a ponytail.
To make sure Beast Castle didn't feel gloomy, they decorated the ballroom in soft golds and vibrant blues and added confetti-like effects during the song Be Our Guest.
I love the dancing dishes.
The song was originally recorded as sung to Maurice, Belle's father, but the filmmakers decided it should be sung to Belle instead, so they had to bring all the vocal talent back to sing it again.
All the filmmakers' hard work paid off when Beauty and the Beast became the first animated film to ever be nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards.
While it didn't win Best Picture, it won 2 Oscars, one for Best Original Score and one for Best Original Song, Beauty and the Beast.
This is one of my favorite scenes. I'm getting emotional because Belle and Beast are finally together. Something's about to happen, and I don't know about you, but my heart right now is beating out of my chest.
And he just turned into this wonderful human, and he was like, Gaston who?
Let me tell you about it.
In closing, we have to mention that the legendary Howard Ashman passed away right before the movie came out. So the studio dedicated the film to him with this message. To our friend Howard, who gave a mermaid her voice and a beast his soul, we will be forever grateful.
Marcellus, can I tell you what this movie means to me? I am transported back to being 11 years old, and there is something magical about this fairy tale that unfolds right before your very eyes.
Ken, I was just immersed into the fairy tale and the magic that's within it. Seeing a castle and seeing everything be so grand, including the ballroom, it just helped me to remember that things can be totally magic if you just watch and believe.
And that's our show for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and check out Beauty and the Beast, now streaming on Disney+.
Take care of yourselves and the planet, and we'll see you next time. Marcellus and Ken signing off.
Marcellus, who do you identify with more, Belle or Beast?
Belle.
I guess that leave me with Beast. At least I'll be a little taller.